Preparing to live stream. All right, please do so. Sorry, I'm setting up the YouTube thing.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I can see us. Yay! So we should be live. Sweet. Oh, excellent connection. I like those words.
There you go. Cool.
Those are two of the best words of all time. Excellent connection.
I got Ric Flair here over my shoulder. This is the original background I wanted to use for the form, but I couldn't get it to work, and I got aggravated, and I was like, "F it, we're not using it."
Yeah, it looked good anyway.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've got the fiend over my shoulder, like, let me
in. You know how sometimes at Costco they'll set up those little like playhouses for children to like sample or whatever. Mm-hmm. So my niece, when she was like maybe 4, she came to visit. And we went to Costco to do some groceries, and she went into it. She was like, "Look, Dad, this is so much fun." And I creeped to the other side where the door was, and I knocked on it, and I was like, "Elliot, let Satan in." And she was like, "Okay." And she opened the door. I was like, "No, Elliot, you're supposed to say no to Satan." She's like, "Well, maybe Satan wanted some cookies." I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like, damn it, child.
Yeah, I guess the logic is undeniable. I don't know.
I mean, I guess. I don't know, but I'm a little concerned for her well-being.
Logic does seem like a wee bit undeniable. I'll give her that much.
I guess.
Thanks for that.
I mean, she was 4, so at the time.
Now let's see here. Where's the share button? Ah. Copy. While we're waiting on Brucey, I'll share this to the Facebook group. If my internet doesn't shit out on us, oh my god.
Catching up on AEW right now.
Oh, right now, huh? How far have you gotten?
I just reached the Lucha Brothers and Butcher and the Blade versus Jungle Boy, and who else were they with? I can't remember.
Oh, it was Jurassic Express and Natural Nightmares.
Yes, that's who it was. Thank you. Sorry, I completely blanked for some reason.
I blanked a little too. I had many beers while I was watching. Plus, I was watching 2 things at the same time with many beers, so it was very complicated.
That's true, yeah.
Too much going on at the same time. Come on, Bruce. Come in. Boom. Okay, shared in group. Maybe if I can, I'll put something on the Twitter. Hopefully Bruce.
Hey, high class.
There he is. He's got to get his audio in, or it's got to connect to his audio.
Yo.
There he is.
What's up?
Fuck is going on?
Oh, same amount of overwhelming shit, different day.
Is that the other?
Yeah. We're already live on YouTube. I'm just sharing it in the.
Okay, I am glad that I saw that.
Oh, okay. I'm not watching the camera right now because I'm on Twitter. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. What happened?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, nothing. Huh? Not good.
No. It's just.
I can hear my kid blowing me kisses from the back. I don't know if it's coming through because of Zoom, but I can hear my kid just. I'm like, okay, dude. I need to.
You hear what Mock said about Thunderdome?
I don't think so.
Said it looked like a giant Zoom meeting.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it really does.
I still like Rebby Hardy's tweet a little bit better.
Does it look like a chat roulette?
The fuck kind of chat roulette is this?
WWE Thunderdome brought to you by Omegle.
Brought to you by guess who?
You know what was really funny? And I don't know if you guys noticed it, but they pumped in crowd noise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that because I didn't watch it.
They pumped in crowd noise.
I watched it. They definitely did.
I watched clips of it on YouTube, and
yeah.
I could hear you could hear the crowd go, yeah, but you're looking at the screens and nobody's doing anything. It's like
Everyone's
us.
like just dead face.
It's like dead face, like watching television. They're like,
Yeah, they're just sitting there.
That's sad.
Honestly, while I
That's
was
some
watching,
sad-ass shit.
it probably took a good 45 minutes to see somebody in the crowd actually move. Just, or, no
Yeah.
noise.
I don't know. It's not the same.
All right, so it's up on Facebook. It's up on Twitter. I don't know where else the fuck to share it. But I think we're good there. And I can kind of see the comments, but we don't have any. So I'm hoping that's working, but I don't know. Oh, you know what I should do? I should bring up the form. So I give like the fans pick in the middle of this.
Could have put a retribution bonus question in there.
What, on SummerSlam?
Yeah. Whether or not they'd show up and have an impact in a match.
Will Retribution end up being 9-year-olds? Keep it. They're all so little.
Because they're all from NXT.
Bella's in there though.
Because they're all from NXT. That's why they're so little.
True.
They're the malnourished lot of NXT.
They're the misfit toys of NXT.
Yes.
Like, not everybody's Johnny Gargano. Sorry. Oh, good. Now you can see the shirt. Okay. I had colds. I had to wash the mug, so I figured I might as well wear the shirt and put something in. And I really enjoyed talking with Felipe about last night too. That was so much fun.
Yeah, I was listening in till you guys started in on AEW, and I was like, and I'm done. Okay, I can clock out now.
We were honestly like dragging it out and waiting for you to say like, okay,
I'm
done. And then it was like, all right, now we can talk about
Yeah, and I realized when it was like, okay, so they've talked about all the matches. Okay, now I can let them go.
Right. It was like, okay, she's going, let's talk about AEW. You were like our de facto absent producer that night. You were just like sending us messages. Okay, now talk about this. All right, let's talk about this.
All right, so I'm at the part where Jericho's coming out to talk to Orange Cassidy. But because I'm watching on like a bootleg YouTube channel, they have to like shut off the music. So it's like Jericho's coming out to silence and pyro.
Aww.
But that is an awesome coat he had.
No Judas. At least he got rid of the white one finally.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. No joke.
That thing was looking dusted and busted.
Mm-hmm. And orange. Like I could just see people in the back, like before the show, just rubbing Cheetos all over it. Just gotta make it look more orange.
Just with like eyeshadow, just crusting it in, spray painting it a little bit.
Okay, do I actually have all the fan votes here? I do.
I thought we were starting at 2:00, so I was like, well, let me put on a quick dash of makeup. So I did makeup, as you can see. And then I was like, man, I'm really sleepy. Let me just close my eyes for a few minutes. So I just like laid face up and tried not to move. I can't smear the makeup. I can't smear it.
I kind of thought you were napping. I wasn't sure, but I kind of thought.
And then I woke up in the same position I fell asleep in, like very like Wednesday Addams, just arms crossed and everything. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my
man?
God. Yeah, like when usually when you're home and I send a message and you don't and I don't see your little picture pop up in a couple of minutes, I'm like, she's sleeping.
I'm napping. Yeah. They don't call me grandma for nothing.
Grandma nap, we gotta wake her up. Wendy!
My great grandma was like that, yo. My great grandma would like have Bible time and she'd be sitting in the living room with her Bible in her lap. I mean, my cousins would be outside and then she'd get up and like bring her old decrepit body out, yell at us, tell me I laughed too loud. Only whores laugh loud like that. And then like go back inside. Yeah, she used to fucking tell me that all the time. Go back to her Bible. And so we'd be real quiet. And then we'd hear like snoring. And we'd go inside and we'd be like, this bitch just went to sleep. What the fuck?
Or she's yelling at you about whores and now she's sleeping.
No, she's trying to read her Bible, but the bitch is asleep.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I forgot I did this last night when I was drunk and it worked. So maybe I could do it again if I pull this in. I just kind of propped my tablet on the thing holding the camera in the laptop so I could see it and I don't have to hold it and I could scroll through it and it's like right there and it's perfect. But I had many beers last night, so I forgot I did that.
You know what? I haven't looked at the... I'm going to shrink you guys a little bit here. Put you on the side.
What haven't you looked at yet?
The form.
Oh, the form. Oh, and my pod is out. That's not good. I'll be right back.
Oh, no, not bueno.
There's no juice.
Oh.
I need the juice.
So we got more responses. We got 22 responses now. Wow. Drew McIntyre is the popular one. So is Apollo Crews. Everyone's pulling for Seth Rollins. Everyone wants Asuka to win. I like that.
I know.
I want Asuka to win. I wanted to have both belts.
I wanted to be mad last night because I was like in the running for my 17th title, and then Keith Lee lost, and I was like, "Fuck!" But then when I saw the actual spreadsheet and my son had won, I couldn't be mad anymore.
You're like, it's all right.
My son took High Class's title. I was pumped. And not only that, that was his first title, so I couldn't be mad. I was like, "Oh, super."
That's true. That's true.
Wait a minute. I can't hear Brucey now. Your lips are moving.
Can you hear me now? You can hear me now?
Now we can.
I said, no, what hurt me is I picked Pat McAfee.
Yeah, you did.
So you were that guy.
I
went for the home run because I knew he was going to have a better match than all you fuckers thought he was going to have.
I was impressed. That fucking he did from the mat to the fucking top rope, and then I was like, fuck Pat McAfee.
And then he bowled a strike with that senton off the top rope that took out everyone.
I was like, holy shit balls.
Pat McAfee got a future.
He does. Me and what's her name? Lucy. She's from I met her in Smart Life, a different group. We call him Pan Blanco, white bread. We were like, bro, white bread showed out.
No, he did. I was thoroughly impressed, but I knew he wasn't going to win that match. Even when you said in the thread that like 64% picked Adam Cole, I was like, this shit ought to be 100. Because there's no way Adam Cole loses. He might as well retire. It's like, well, I was the longest reigning champion and I just lost to a punter in his debut. I'm out.
Keith Lee's going up. Why are we talking about all of this shit right now?
I don't know, but that's a good place to start. So I've given this enough time. I'm all set up. I'm reloaded on my use. So now we can.
Your use for your use?
Yes, I got more use, and now we can kick this shit off. Brucey, do you want to start the show?
Yeah, fuck it, I'll start the show.
All right, starting in 3, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most talked about podcast / YouTube show ever. And coming to you is the fabulous Freebirds, the Hounds of Justice, or the SCU of YouTube.
This is the worst live stream I have ever been in.
The best live thread ever. And here you go. I am joined by none other than Grandma Wendy, the first lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, Miss Latina Heat herself.
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We lie, we cheat, we steal.
And I am also joined by none other than the producer, the soundboard extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of none, Dom.
Hey, damn, that's a cold ass honky.
And
I am
with the bright light over my shoulder because I am a god like MJF. I am the MJF mark. I love the face, Wendy. The high class one. Bruce.
Okay. Whew.
Awesome.
See, you made me laugh.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do.
See? Oh man, so we had a great night last night. Thanks again to Felipe for showing up last minute and keeping me company. We will definitely have you back on again, bro. I love talking with him, and we're moving into SummerSlam tonight. I want to get our picks on it. I want to be able to break it down a little bit. But the first place that I would like to start is some place that Felipe and I got caught up on last night, and that was Keith Lee losing the NXT Championship to Karrion Kross. The question I asked him, I will pose to the two of you: where does Keith Lee go from here?
He's gonna take Drew McIntyre's title.
Ooh. So you think straight up to Raw, straight to a
Yeah.
title match?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
I like
mean,
that.
There's no other place for him, and like we have talked about have said on Facebook, a few times in a couple of polls, there's no real title contender. Like, there's no one hunt for the title. It's okay. We're gonna pick you, and you this month. Like, there's no.
It starts to feel like they're running down the Kofi Kingston line of contenders, because they went straight from Dolph Ziggler to Randy Orton. Next thing you know, Kevin Owens is going to get a title shot, which I wouldn't mind. But it's just, hey, who'd Kofi fight? Okay, put him in the ring with Drew now. We got nothing. So to get Keith Lee in that position, I wouldn't be mad at that.
That match would be amazing.
Grandma Wendy, do you have a differing opinion on where Keith Lee will land, or?
I'm sure he's going to be called up. I don't see him not getting a title shot in either SmackDown or Raw. Like, I could definitely see him going for either title, to be honest. We'll have to see how they play out the Universal title tonight. But I could definitely see him going for Drew McIntyre's title, for the championship title.
Wow. And while you're speaking, your brother actually chimed in and said, "Hi, sis. Hi, cool guys that talk about wrestling stuff. Hi."
I have two. Which one was it?
Alvaro.
Oh, it's my older brother. And you said it correctly. Points to you, sir.
I'm trying. I know all these Latino people, and I failed Spanish 4 times, so I'm trying to learn in my old age. But yes, hello, dude. It's good to see you in. If you got any questions, please drop them. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I was a little shocked that Keith Lee lost. I know Karrion Kross has been hot. And then after I saw the match and the way that it went down, I immediately thought we need a rematch. Like now.
Yeah.
Because it was everything that you could have hoped for and more. The sad part is we've had some breaking news from Triple H that Kross could have possibly separated his shoulder after that during that title match.
Mm-hmm.
So he could end up like Finn Balor, where he wins the title and then the following week he's got to let it go because he has to go have surgery. They're doing an MRI today. They're trying to confirm it. Now, if that were the case, I say Keith Lee goes nowhere until Karrion Kross gets back, and then they have a rematch.
Yeah.
Because you could put Keith Lee right back in that title mix. You could have some kind of tournament, hopefully that doesn't end in some 5-way, multiple ladder craziness, just one-on-one all the way to the end, get to the finals, crown a champion kind of thing. That's if Kross is hurt. If he's not, man, I honestly think you should move him up. I'm just not sure where, because I'd love to see him against Drew McIntyre. I know those guys posed for pictures and talked about it, so that would be cool. I could almost see him, like, say the Fiend over my shoulder here beats Braun Strowman. I could almost see Keith Lee being the next contender, because those two.
Yeah, I could see him either way. He would definitely have good matches, great rivalries, wonderful storylines. He could definitely do it in either spot for Universal or for
It's just that SmackDown seems to have those big guys that could contend with him, kind of almost in a way that Kross did last night at TakeOver. So putting him in the ring with like Braun and Bray and that kind of thing could kind of give you another match like we saw last night. Maybe not as good, but close. So I wouldn't mind seeing that either. I just hope Karrion Kross is okay, because he actually had a great match last night. It looked like all the way till the very end, it looked like he was going to lose, and then he ended up hitting that Doomsday Saito off the second rope, and I immediately thought, like, damn, Keith Lee's dead. Like he went right on his head from the top rope. Just,
Yeah. Seriously.
If they were
Thoughts and
going to
prayers,
announce
Karrion
an
Kross.
injury, it should have been Keith Lee, but somehow Karrion Kross must have messed up his shoulder trying to pull,
What show was Roman on before he left? Was he on SmackDown?
He was.
Yeah.
So hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
When Thunderdome was first announced, and then after it got announced, and I think it was Thursday or Friday during the day, they said now that Thunderdome is out, there's going to be some returning superstars.
Right.
So Keith Lee loses the title. Roman wants a match with Keith Lee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So
What you think,
maybe Keith Lee goes over to SmackDown, takes the Universal title somehow from whoever, and then Roman has his title match and his match with Keith Lee when he makes his return.
I like
Friday
it.
Night.
Book it.
I almost went in the same direction you did, Brucey, but I was thinking like Roman comes back, takes the winner of Fiend versus Braun, takes the title, and then Keith Lee confronts him.
Yeah, that too.
I was thinking on those lines, but you flipped it. That either way, that works. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm sorry, because it just you mentioning Thunderdome and Roman got me thinking about a question that we got before we got on air from a group member asking, do you think it's possible that Roman Reigns is the leader of Retribution? And this is finally the heel turn that everybody has asked for.
I remember I brought this up the last show, or actually it might have been during the house party. Like, this is the perfect opportunity to pull a Hulk Hogan with Roman Reigns. They never pulled the trigger on John Cena like they should have.
Like people had asked them to.
So why not pull that trigger with Roman Reigns? Because they were already talking about a faction with the Usos and him and stuff like that. Maybe the Usos are in Retribution. It fits their style. It fits who their gimmick is and who they are. But yeah, they could straight up do like a Hulk Hogan heel turn, like 6-man tag, and the 6th guy's not there yet. Oh my God, the big dog's here! And then he goes and Superman punches and spears everyone on the SmackDown team or the Raw team, and there it is, the new NWO Retribution.
Right. That'd be great if you think like Roman is here to save the SmackDown roster, and he just starts spearing guys left and right on the SmackDown roster.
Yeah. I kind of like that. Yeah.
I dig it. I could definitely see him being the leader of Retribution, and that's his big comeback. It would be shocking. They said there were going to be some new shocking, turns and returns and that kind of thing. Roman could be one of them. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But now that that's out of the way, I'm sorry, guys. I know we're supposed to be covering SummerSlam. We're talking about everything, but
circle back.
Let's try to get into
back
SummerSlam and get a few picks going. Does anybody have a match that they're really looking forward to on this card tonight?
I'm really excited about the women's champ match, the Raw Women and SDL. Like, I'm really rooting for Asuka hard.
Okay, that makes 2 of us. I want to see Asuka 2 belts by the end of the night. It probably won't happen, but I want to see it.
I'm actually and honestly looking forward to seeing Dominic versus Seth, because I want to see how much his father has actually shown him and how much he actually picked up and how good he really is.
See,
because he's been doing this shit since he was an infant.
Right. If I could have, I would have broken and said, of course, it's my WWE debut. Of course you want to see me go up against that.
But no, they're saying that Dominic's supposed to be debuting a new look and new ring attire tonight at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I know it's
so. I'm expecting a mask. Maybe he comes out wears like the dude, like the cruiserweight champ does. He'll wear his mask to the ring and then he rips it off when he gets in the ring. Wears like his father's mask and then comes down, but he takes it off when he wrestles.
Not a fan of that, but okay.
I know. As long as he doesn't have the mask on top of a mask, because sometimes I think that's a little odd. We're good. Like, I ripped my father's mask off. Here's mine. No, he never takes his mask off though. He
has 2. He has one over the top of the other one.
So redundant.
And then he pulls the top one off.
Yeah.
Okay, only he can make that work though.
Okay.
Because if you say anything, he will break your arm. So it's like, okay, dude, wear both masks. I don't get, Yeah, I'm with Wendy. I'm definitely excited for the women's matches. I want to see if Asuka can get both belts. I'm trying not to be too excited about the WWE title match because I'm afraid they're going to put the belt on Randy Orton and I will puke.
I hope not.
I will straight up puke.
I'll be ragey.
I'll just damn it, Randy!
I mean, is there anyone to come back? The only one that could come back and cost him the match would be Edge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was something I was talking about.
He was supposed to be out like 6 months or something like that.
Oh, I know, but could you imagine like maybe there's a cameraman off in the corner and you know these two spill out of the ring and all of a sudden Randy gets whacked with a camera and you know dude pulls like a hood or a mask off and it's Edge. Because he could do that with one arm. He doesn't need, you know, he could just
yeah.
And so, you know, Randy gets disqualified. Drew keeps the title, and it pushes that storyline with Edge and Randy Orton forward. That would be cool as hell.
I guess.
That's one of the reasons I'm excited for it. I'm kind of hoping we end up seeing Edge somehow. Either he just hits the ramp and he distracts Randy so he gets his head kicked off, or he does something like the cameraman thing, or something. Anything to keep him out there and keep this thing going until he can get back would be great. But now that we've got that out, let's start with some picks here. I guess I'll start where my screen is at. The Raw Tag Team Title match. We've got the Street Profits against Angel Garza and Andrade.
Or as I like to call them, Selena and the Dinos.
Yes. Yeah, Selena and the Dinos.
Selena and los Dinos.
And of course, with the lovely Zelina at ringside, who ended up poisoning Montez Ford. Did anybody not know that going in?
Oh, Doc, what?
I know they drug it out for like 3 weeks before they found footage of it. But did anybody doubt it from like
they pulled a poison angle?
They did.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, Brucey doesn't watch Raw, so we got to repeat.
I watch highlights.
Montez Ford was in the middle of a match and he was doing great, and he started shaking the ropes, giving you the whole Ultimate Warrior thing, and then all of a sudden he just kind of looked weird and fell over, and that was that.
Yeah.
And it turned out somebody poisoned his drink before the match, and you immediately knew it was Zelina Vega, but she denied it for like.
I didn't do anything.
Why would I do that? You know, for
they
2
poisoned his scissor.
Yeah.
They spiked his scissor. It was terrible.
Oh, that was horrible.
So yeah, we ended up
bad,
here.
bad joke.
And it was, but we'll go with it. Whatever. But we ended up here after Bianca beat the crap out of Zelina, and after we finally found out, even though everybody knew, you know. And now we've got these 4 actually in the ring. I guess let's start with Grandma Wendy because I'm a gentleman. Who are you picking in this match?
I'm hoping the Street Profits win and retain their title.
Yeah,
I like the Street Profits as champs. They're fun. They're exciting. They work great in Tangent. Andrade and Garza, they still have too much of that ego push going on, and one getting distracted by Poon and the other trying to be like, get your head in the game. It's a hot ass mess. I prefer the Street Profits. They're focused. They got it going.
Yeah, I'd probably take the Profits too, and I'll even go as far to say we need more Bianca Belair as well on Raw.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. Yeah, I'm with you guys. Street Profits, like, yeah.
Like why not? They're an actual tag team.
You guys pretty much said everything I wanted to say.
Oh, we have comments too, which I'll go.
Holy shit!
Mac actually says new tag champs tonight. Wow. Okay, going out on a limb there, homie. I see it.
It's not a hair versus hair match anymore.
Yeah, we'll get to that too.
We'll get to that.
It was one of the questions in the comments.
Oh no, it is not, and we're gonna get to that soon too.
We'll circle back. Put a pin in that. We'll circle right back.
It's no longer
put a bobby pin in it.
Put a bobby. But according to everyone that voted in our title form, and that prediction form is still up, by the way, in Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook.
You got about a half hour.
At 4 p.m.
So you got about a half an hour. If you're watching this, just minimize us. Go to Facebook, search for Top Rope Wrestling Talk. It'll be right in the announcements. Pop that. get your picks in. Maybe you can win a title tonight. But according to everyone who has voted so far, we have 60% of everyone that voted agreeing with us. Street Profits win. So yeah, not shocking. I definitely dig them. I think they're a little too goofy on the main roster, but that's neither here nor there.
I like them better on NXT.
Let's see what we got for comments here.
And that's out of 22 responses, in case people are wondering. Out of 22 responses, 60% of the people said Street Profits. 41% said the A-Team, Andrade and Angel.
Look at her getting all technical behind me. I like that. All right, so Alvaro said, I just like seeing the Fiend. Yeah, we all do. Mac also said, I think Asuka will only end up with the Raw title. Okay, that would make sense too. I could see that happening. I'd like to see her end up with at least one belt. And then of course there was the hair versus hair match comment, and yes, it's no longer a hair versus hair match because they upped the stakes. It's now loser leaves WWE. So
now, is this like really leaves WWE and never comes back, or is this WWE leaves the WWE and then somehow magically makes their way back, say at Royal Rumble and wins?
Second one. It's the second one. And they go off and do a Hollywood thing, and then they come back, surprise entrant or some shit like that.
All right, and let's see. Faded Rifle 666 also said, could we possibly see CM Punk as one of the masked men in Retribution? And AJ Lee?
No, fuck off everyone with CM Punk. I'm tired of it.
Well, what about AJ Lee though?
No.
Do you want to see her?
No, she's not coming back either. Neither of them.
I'm going to give you the
next person who brings up CM Punk is getting dick punched. That's all there is to it.
All right. I'm going to bring up the old adage that Vince McMahon used to use on commentary every freaking night, whether it was pay-per-view or otherwise. Oh, anything can happen in the WWE. Blah!
That's not happening.
So maybe. But and yeah, that was the last of our comments so far. Okay, guys, keep them coming. That's awesome.
Max said, "Damn."
As soon as I clicked off.
I'm tired of all the smarts being like, CM Punk. He's not coming back, you guys.
Okay, so since we brought it up, we might as well pick it. The now loser leaves WWE match that was hair versus hair between Mandy and Sonya. Who do you think's leaving?
Mandy.
See, I'm looking at this in a Vince McMahon mind when I picked this match, and I picked Mandy to win. And Sonya's gonna leave because Mandy's Vince's type of woman.
Cookie cutter,
cookie blonde. Yeah.
I mean, not that she isn't attractive. It's just even going through their careers, Mandy has always had more opportunities than Sonya Deville. And so I can't see Sonya winning this match. If she did, I'm not going to be mad because she's a fellow tri-stater and I love her and she's a great wrestler. They just don't use her a lot. So I think she could end up being like the next Virtuosa if she does leave, where she leaves one company, goes to another one, and becomes champion within weeks. She's that damn good. But yeah, I see Mandy winning this match. Sorry, I'm with Bruce. I'm thinking like Vince McMahon.
I see Sonya Deville winning it and Mandy doing a Hollywood thing for a while.
Yeah, I could see that.
She's the pretty blonde, and I could see Vince wanting to capitalize on that.
That also makes sense.
So I think Sonya's going to win it because of that. And then she's going to come back later, like Brucey said, surprise entrant at a Royal Rumble or some stupid thing like that. You know how WWE likes to play it. Fast and loose.
Let's see. So
wow.
All right,
like
so
throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
So Faded Rifle once again said Mandy is going to win. Okay, so most people are saying Mandy. Plus, it's Otis's girl. Yes, we cannot forget that. That's Otis's peach right there. Are they really gonna take a peach away from a fat boy? I don't think so.
I'm gonna take a peach and be like, "Here's a ham."
All right, so looking at it, it seems like
oh my god, that was
a little over. I know. I was trying to avoid it until you brought it up, and I had to laugh. But looking at our results, it looks like about 77% of everyone who voted picked Mandy Rose. So again, Brucey and I think you're smart. Wendy thinks you're full of shit.
That's putting it nicely.
And from there, I think, let's see. Let's talk about, why not? Let's talk about this street fight now, since we already brought it up. Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. It was always a street fight.
Didn't see that in the highlights.
And apparently Ray will be at ringside, according to reports, going up against Seth Rollins with Buddy Murphy at ringside. Does Dominic get his first win in his WWE debut against the Messiah? Grandma Wendy, you go first. Oh wait, she's like, no.
Strawberries, eating strawberries. And I got distracted because I'm catching up on AEW and Thunder Rosa's there. And I'm just like,
I told you, that was such a moment. Anywho.
I'm losing my mind right now, but I'm trying to play it cool because I'm on TV. Or I'm on the YouTubes. Sorry.
We got an audience now.
We do. I don't even know. I just want to see them beat the shit out of each other. Like, just beat each other. That's all I want. I don't care who wins this one.
I feel like they've done that though, because if you saw those pictures after Murphy,
them kendo stick shots.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I'm sorry. Even
paid
Tommy,
his dues in front of the friggin' world.
Even
Yes,
Tommy
he
Dreamer.
did.
Even Tommy Dreamer didn't look that bad after he got caned by the Sandman and said, "Thank you, may I have another?" He just kept getting beaten and beaten until the kendo stick was toothpicks. And even Tommy Dreamer looked at that and went, "Yo, Seth, too much, man.
Reel it in, brother. Reel it in.
Bring it in. This
But
isn't
that
a
was
bingo
like a
hall,
one-sided beating.
okay?"
I want this to be the most mutual beating because that was one-sided because he was tied on the ropes and they just beat his ass. I want this to be the most two-sided, insane ass beating given to each other. And I want Murphy and Mysterio to get in on this. I want someone to just like kick Mysterio in his plastic knees and have him be like, oh, like, Papa, why? And have him lose his mind.
Papa, why?
Everybody go crazy. I just want it to be insane.
Papi,
That's all I want.
por qué?
You're not my real dad. But
Eddie's my real dad.
How awesome
Could
would
you
that
imagine
story
if-
be to have Ray versus Dominic and Dom's whole angle is, you're not my real dad, Eddie.
Right? No, or could you imagine?
Did you guys see that
if-
meme? Did you guys see that meme that was like, I bet Dominic now wishes Eddie was his real dad?
Right? But could you imagine if tonight at SummerSlam, as Dominic comes out, they announce him as Dominic Guerrero?
Bro,
I would die laughing.
I'd die.
Oh, Peter's here too. Hi, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
And let's see. So Faded Rifle said Seth is going to lose. Wow. Okay. And Mac chimes in saying, I can see them dragging this thing into Survivor Series between Rollins and Mysterio.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. And again, hi, Peter. So I'm very interested to see what Dominic can do in a ring. I don't know if I guess he's ready for this because he's probably been getting groomed since like the womb. But it's still, you haven't really seen a lot from him leading up to it. You've seen him beat people with kendo sticks. You've seen him get into little things here and there outside of the ring. I don't see him beating Seth Rollins on night one unless something crazy happens.
And that's what's going to happen. Poppy is going to interfere somehow. They're going to do the double 619. And
okay.
And
I thought you were saying like we were going to see the ghost of Eddie Guerrero hologram.
No. I'm not talking about that, Father. I'm talking about the one on paper. Ray.
Hey, Dominic.
Ray.
Poppy. I thought that's where you were going. My bad.
No, yeah, it's gonna be Ray's gonna help him get the win. And that's what's going to carry this feud to Survivor Series, just like Mac was saying.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because if Seth wins, like it's
And this is
it
actually,
just doesn't seem right for Dominic to keep coming after him. It makes sense to me that Dominic should win, and then Rollins should chase him for his retribution.
all right. So basically, you two are going for Dominic, and I picked Seth Rollins. And looking at it, this is actually one of the closest matches in our form because after all the votes, it looks like about 54% are saying Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn close. I mean, especially for Mysterio to be debuting at SummerSlam and debuting at SummerSlam against Seth Rollins, who's won every fucking thing there is to win, like twice at this point.
How insane is that to have your debut be SummerSlam against such a big name like Seth Rollins? You're not, some punk ass jobber.
Again, going back to last night, if you thought Pat McAfee had it rough debuting a takeover against Adam Cole, this is rougher.
Yeah, dude.
No offense to Adam Cole.
How pissed,
baby?
How pissed do you think some of those fuckers are at the PC that have to work through from the PC to NXT to the main roster? Dominic's never had a match in WWE, and his first match is on SummerSlam against Seth Rollins.
Yeah. I mean, even the Rock's kid, like she is starting from the bottom, working her way. She's not riding the Rock's coattails. Even Charlotte fucking worked her way up.
Oh, even PETA has chimed in saying, "I just feel Dominic needs to get his revenge." Oh yeah, he really does. I mean, Seth fucked his sort of daddy up big time.
His paper daddy, his blood daddy is no longer with us.
Right.
No, QPD.
I mean, it's gonna be an interesting match regardless of how it goes down, just to see what Dominic can do and if he can pull this out. Because if he can, it's probably one of the greatest upsets in like WWE history. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'd put if he beats Seth tonight, that's probably more momentous than say like Fandango debuting and beating Jericho at WrestleMania a few years back.
Yeah,
and that was huge. But this could be bigger. So I'm definitely interested in seeing what happens. Let's see what else we got here. I don't want to go into the WWE title match yet. How about the U.S. title match with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin banned from ringside? So it's going to be apparently MVP against Apollo Crews one-on-one. Grandma Wendy, who you got in this one?
I want to pull for Apollo, but I wouldn't be surprised if MVP has something sneaky up his sleeve. But I think Apollo will definitely win. I mean, come on, it's Apollo. He is like all muscle. That kid doesn't. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I know. He's short and wide and all muscle.
I don't think he can like move.
I can't get big enough.
Like, it's just all like one unit. Yeah, Apollo's gonna win this one.
He's like a walking muscle. It's ridiculous.
He is. He really is.
All right, I'm gonna let High Class go next.
I really feel like I should be a writer for a better company than WWE because I got some pretty damn good ideas coming out lately. So here it is. Apollo lays down for MVP and then joins the Beatdown Clan or the Hurt Business.
The Hurtin' Business. Oh, you almost killed me with that.
And Apollo joins them finally. And that was like the dues he has to pay.
I do like that.
To join.
I do like that, but wouldn't that be kind of like the finger poke of doom all over again, like from Hogan and Nash?
Well, it all depends.
And then they hug it out.
It depends on how you do it. It doesn't have to be the finger poke of doom. It could be something like as much as like a roll up, and it could be just anything.
Okay.
It could be like the
I'm
match
not saying I don't like it. I'm just
literally just going down.
I've got the Fiend behind me. I'm playing devil's advocate. Okay.
Oh, it could also be like before the match starts, MVP could be like, "Yo, if I win this, you're joining us," and then he pulls a sneaky somehow and ends up getting the win. And Apollo.
Oh, and you know what? PETA actually brought up a good point. What if Cedric Alexander actually runs out and helps MVP? Because if you remember on Raw, they were having that 6-man tag match, and Apollo didn't pick Cedric, and he got all pissy about it. And then he went out and took the 24/7 title from Shelton Benjamin, only to lose it a little bit later on to Shelton Benjamin that same night. So what if Cedric Alexander gets like butt hurt now and he helps MVP?
Yeah.
And then MVP wins the title and joins the Hurt Business instead of Apollo, because
that very well could be.
I mean, MVP's already got 2 members, and he's been trying to recruit Apollo for at least the entire time, and Apollo has just been like, nah, homie, I'm good, Pete. You go ahead. But now that Cedric Alexander is kind of butthurt, he might be the cause. You know what? Peter changed my mind. I'm taking MVP in this one. Because I think that might happen. He's actually, he actually watches and stays up late, and he's got the story down. So I think he's on to something there. I'm going to take MVP. Yeah. I have changed my mind.
I feel like this could go either way, though.
Yeah, it could. It really could.
I feel that way too, but apparently the people voting don't, because damn near 73% picked Apollo Crews.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true.
So landslide, everybody thinks Apollo is going to win, but I think Peter actually made a good point. So let's see how that one plays out, because that one just got interesting to me. I didn't think of it, and then I read the comment, and I was like, hey, that's pretty good. All right, so let's get into these women's title matches. Let's start with SmackDown. We got Bayley going up against Asuka. Wendy looks distracted.
Sorry. I was at the tags women title, and just the fact that Ivelisse and Diamante actually won it, like,
oh, you don't know how hard I was trying to keep that from you too. So I'm glad you finally saw it, because that got me so hyped, especially when they threw down the roses and they pulled out their flags. Oh, bruh.
Emotional.
She's like, I need a minute. Okay, Wendy needs a minute. So Brucey,
I do.
Asuka versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title.
Bayley's gonna win.
I agree. I don't think she's going to take Bayley's title in this one. It's just she's been too long. And I'm trying to remember. I think Bayley actually fights Asuka first, because they had that beat the clock challenge in Thunderdome and against Naomi for some reason. I don't know what that was about. But
put Naomi on TV.
But Bayley couldn't beat Sasha Banks' time. So now Bayley gets Asuka first, and then Sasha gets her second, if I'm not mistaken. Thunderdome was very distracting, so I could be wrong. Because the whole time I was trying to figure out if what it really was, and if these people were real, because they weren't moving. Like, we move more on an episode than they did in 2 hours on TV. So it was very weird. I was more looking at the LED boards to see somebody just go. And I was like, oh, they're real. That one's real. It's not a filler. That's a real person. It moved.
I think the cardboard cutouts that MLB is doing are far more exciting.
Yes, they are. One of them in a game I saw was actually Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. He was all propped up.
I saw that and I died.
I was dying laughing. Anywho, so Brucey and I have Bayley. Wendy, who you got in this?
I really want Asuka to win it, but I have this feeling that she's not going to. I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. I think Bayley's gonna win it.
Okay. And you know what? Surprisingly, we are in the minority on this one, because almost 64% picked Asuka to win this match. That's crazy, but okay. I like that you're enthused and you want to see Asuka win those 2 belts. I do too, but I'm trying to be realistic. Even Faded Rifle said Asuka's gonna win both. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, you are right. Oh man, I can't even read that from here. Hang on, I'm coming.
Which one?
Let's see. Somehow, with the help of Sasha, Bayley will win, and then Bayley will cost Sasha her title, according to Mac.
Okay.
Makes sense. Makes total sense.
I like it. I like what Max said, because
I did too.
I do too.
Tag titles next week, and the official Sasha Bayley beef will be on its way. I like that. I'm on board with that.
I definitely didn't mean to do that, and I enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm a little off my game today. I guess I don't know what the
See,
fuck is going
and
on.
the only problem with that, Mac, is that makes way too much fucking sense. So it's probably not gonna happen.
It does. It does. But
Not being
regardless,
logical.
regardless,
Stop it.
I think what he said was well thought out and it was fire. So I got to give him.
Hey, that's pretty
That's
good.
good.
Thank you, Mac. That's beautiful. I'm enjoying that. I agree with you.
very-
Unfortunately, it's WWE, and we're probably overthinking this, but I do agree with everything you have to say. Now, moving on to the second women's title match, Raw's Women's Championship, Asuka versus Sasha Banks. I think Greyball Wendy is ready this time, so I'm going to say, who you got in this one, homegirl?
I want Asuka to win this one. I'm tired of Sasha and her bony self being all like, meh, 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 meh. That's all I hear when she talks.
We're like the
definitely-
greatest ever. Just both of
Makes
them.
me
Like,
sick. So I'm pulling for Asuka on this one.
yeah, I'm taking Asuka on this one, definitely. I don't think she should have lost the Raw Women's Championship in the first place. So I'm hoping she gets it back. And I don't think she'll have both. I hope she does, but this is her win for sure. Bailey
Okay.
is like, probably not, but I can hope, I could dream. Asuka 2 belts could be a thing, you know.
A girl can dream.
The Empress with 2 straps, you know, that kind of.
Two-strap Empress.
Yeah. So, you know, I definitely think she's going to beat Sasha. High class. Who do you have in this one?
Banks.
Really?
Yep. Listen,
I'm sorry. All I heard was, I'm a stupid bitch. What?
no. That's but I'm thinking back to there's no Charlotte right now. And they need someone to carry Raw, and obviously they didn't think that it was going to be Asuka when everything first went down. So Sasha's going to be their person to carry Raw. If you look at every title reign she's had, she's always lost the belt in her first title defense.
She's never defended a singles title
She's
yet.
never defended a title yet, and this is where she starts.
Man, I hope not, because I like that she's never defended a title. I think that's
Asuka
funny.
ain't she's walking away with absolutely
And-
nothing because she couldn't keep Kyrie sane in WWE.
As far
Nothing but
as,
heartache in her social life.
but I gotta be honest, as far as the women's division and Sasha and Bailey go, they drive me nuts because, again, I know it's probably Vinny, but they act like the WWE women's division is so small that they have to throw everything at Bailey and Sasha, and it's not. It's not even close to small. Even with Becky and Charlotte gone, there's still Asuka. There's still Shayna Baszler. Bianca Belair has barely been used. There are so many women on that roster. Natty is running around being some little debutante wannabe with Lana. She should be in a title picture. You know, there are so many
Give
women.
Naomi a chance.
Give Naomi a chance. Exactly. There are so many women that deserve to be in that spot and that could help carry that company right now. But all that anybody can see or think about with Charlotte and Becky out is, oh, Bailey and Banks. I get it. I really
the four
do.
of them go
Same
together,
time.
no matter what. Those 4 names will be entwined forever in WWE.
They're the original 4 horsewomen of NXT, and I get it. But at the same time, the division itself is so much bigger than the 2 of them that you could put the belts on anybody else. Like, you could take a belt here, or, you know, a belt there, and they would still be able to carry the company, but other people will be able to build themselves to that level.
Mm-hmm.
But WWE doesn't see that. So it's just, oh, Banks and Bailey from here on out. And I'm like, no. So I'm hoping Asuka wins at least 1 championship. At least 1. Because I'm also, as much as I want to see her win 2 belts, I'm also getting sick of double champions too. Just throw that in for shits and giggles. Why not?
Well, you want her to win both, and you're sick of double champs. Isn't Asuka a double champ?
But she might not be. That's the point. Like
I'm hoping she is. I'm okay with it.
I would like to see her win both, but if she doesn't, I'm okay with it because double champs are getting on my nerves.
Oh man, I secretly like double champs.
And this one is close. We've got about 59% of everyone that voted picked Asuka. But Asuka is the favorite in both matches, which I kind of like, guys. Thank you. That's a you know.
Fingers crossed.
Let's see. Oh well, yeah. Even PETA is saying, well, Vince does have his favorites, so yeah, that has a lot to do with it too. The 4 horsewomen of NXT are definitely his favorites. Just look at what they're doing with Shayna Baszler on Raw, and you can see it.
Yep.
But let's see, what do we have left? We covered the street fight. We covered the tag.
You're
team
watching the
title
Cody match, aren't you?
Yes.
I can tell by the look on your face. She just goes.
That was the same.
Ooh.
That was the same look I had.
I just saw Brody Lee just plant him like oof.
Yeah, ouch.
And again,
hair versus hair. All right, so let's go into we have 2 matches left. Let's start with the Universal Championship match. Braun Strowman defending against The Fiend, and my question at this point is like, who the fuck is the heel in this matchup? Because like Braun Strowman has shaved his head, he's throwing Alexa Bliss around, a gorilla pressing her, and The Fiend is The Fiend. So
you know who's the heel in this? You know who's the heel? Vince McMahon for shoving this down our throats.
I see what you did there.
This match is set up to be who's like evil versus evil. Like who's the more evil of the two? It's pretty much what it's turned into.
The greater of two evils?
Yes.
I like it.
Yes, is what the story it's really what it is, because you've got 2 different types of evil if you look at it.
So that makes it an evil title match?
Yes.
Is that right, Mr. Bigglesworth? I wish my cat was around. Yeah, it's definitely I don't really see like a face in this match, and I don't really care because it's one of these things that has been building and building towards Braun Strowman actually getting in the ring with The Fiend, and we've seen that The Fiend changes everyone, so changing Braun Strowman fits right in with what they've done. This has also been changed from to a Falls Count Anywhere match. It was originally supposed to be just set up in the ring, regular rules, Universal title. Now it's Falls Count Anywhere.
Is it going to be cinematic at some point?
Well,
I don't
that
know.
Sucks for everyone on the LED boards.
That was a question that the brain from our group, Dave, had actually asked us. He said, "Do you think that?"
Just sitting there like
with nothing to look at but a ring.
To look at.
They're just looking at a ring.
No, they better hope they're facing the Titantron or they can't see shit. It's gonna suck. But Dave actually asked us, do you think they'll have LED boards set up in the back for when like Bray and Braun fight into the locker room area so that they can like get more people in? And my answer was, at $60 a pop, they're gonna set those things up everywhere. Like Bray's gonna go through a table and an LED board is gonna pop up behind him and you're just gonna see faces coming in.
Another Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like us. Just table, boom. Hi guys. This is awesome.
Crowd with the "This is awesome" chant pumped in behind them, because they're just like they're looking like here. Their lips aren't moving right here.
Before we go to picking, do you think WWE would throw me out of the Thunderdome if I pulled like a Sammy Guevara and just wrote down stuff on poster board like "This is awesome, Asuka's hot, WWE sucks"?
I mean, if they picked you to be on screen and you were on the screen long enough for these to be seen, probably, yeah.
But it's not like a non-WWE thing. It's just me trying to convey my message to the world.
They'd be like, "Oh,
I'm following the guidelines.
This one's too active. We need zombie-faced ones. Kick them off."
Yeah. Wait a minute. What's that shirt he's wearing? It says TRWT. Is that another wrestling company? Boot him.
I don't know what that is.
Get out of here. Shane. I just wonder about these things.
Seriously,
I know we're derailing again. That's kind of what we're good at.
Oxygen.
Sorry. I'm watching Cody get hauled out, and they literally have him with like the little mask. I'm like,
by the way, the oxygen mask, you will soon find out was hooked to nothing because there's more coming. Keep watching.
This is so ridiculous.
So while she's catching up on the end of that, let's get Brucey to pick. Who do you have, The Fiend or Braun Strowman?
The Fiend's gonna win. This is when Bray Wyatt takes his title back, because it's The Fiend. Like, if you look at it, Braun's wrestled the sweater Bray, the swamp Bray, beat them both. Now this is the final reincarnation of Bray.
Yeah.
and this is the most dominant one. So this is the one where he picks up his title and takes his title.
I know it might look like it backfired on the Fiend because he popped out in that Swamp Thing match or whatever the fuck, and he changed Braun Strowman. So now Braun Strowman is that much more difficult. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to matter. The Fiend's going to win. I want him to win. He should have never lost that title in the first place. Thank you, Braun, for being entertaining and taking it from Goldberg. But now the Fiend will pick up where you left off. I've got him. And Wendy's eating a strawberry.
No, I'm totally on board with that. I definitely think the Fiend will definitely be winning his title back.
Cool. And by the way, good for you for eating healthy. Bravo.
So
you never eat healthy on this show, so I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Rocket 1818 said maybe Otis will cash in the Money in the Bank tonight.
That was going to be my next question. Do you think after this match Otis comes down with the briefcase? Because he's been around lately again. He had been seen on TV for a while, but he's been in some matches on SmackDown. We know he's probably, lurking in the Thunderdome somewhere. Does Otis cash in on the winner of this? And does he win?
Not this match. It's going to be the WWE Championship match he'll cash in.
Do you think he'll cash in on the tag match?
Because he can. You can cash. The original Money in the Bank was a title shot at any title within 1 year.
I thought it was just like a WWE championship, like main championship.
It kind of got twisted into that over the years, but the original Money in the Bank was a title shot at any title.
I gotta be honest though, if he did that, I kind of feel like he shouldn't deserve to have the briefcase in the first place.
But because
you can earn a tag team title match by doing next to nothing. I mean, I can't remember the last match that Andrade and Garza won, and they're getting a tag team match for the titles at SummerSlam.
But
what does Heavy Machinery have to do? Show up in their gear. That's the end of it. You don't need to win a ladder match for that.
But here's the thing: Otis winning the title is not believable to anybody.
No,
but a 5-year-old and kids. They're the only ones that would believe.
I agree.
And even they would be like, "What is this?"
And with him,
but it just feels like a sellout to give him another title match, like tag team or mid card, because he can't win, and you probably shouldn't have given it to him in the first place, but you did. So now you're going to make it like, oh, well, he was still successful, but he was successful because Heavy Machinery took the tag titles from Finn and Cesaro.
Didn't he say from the beginning, if I win this, I'll use it for a tag title match?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I think if I recall correctly.
You might be right. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying I can't remember at this point because I didn't think he was going to win, so I didn't pay attention. I'm just being 100. I didn't pay attention to what he said because I figured he had no chance.
And if Mandy has to leave because she loses tonight, he's not gonna. He was a singles wrestler with Mandy.
Right.
If Mandy loses,
then Heavy Machinery would be a thing again.
Heavy Machinery needs to go after the tag title. Yep. There's just no way that in believable wrestling world that WWE likes to put out there, like, okay, it's not believable if this guy wins. This is why this small guy doesn't get pushed because it's not believable. Otis beating The Fiend or Braun Strowman or beating Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre is next to none, no matter if they just finished a match or not.
Like, someone would have to be damn near dead for Otis to cash in and win. Like I mean, literally on the verge of flatlining.
Peter just confirmed what I said. He said, yeah, he did. And so I'm pretty sure, they'll run in and cash in for the tag titles. That's where they're going to go with that one.
Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you, Peter. I didn't think he was going to do it, so I didn't pay attention to a word he said. So thank you, Peter. Let's see. What do we got? We got Matthew saying, my prediction is that Sonya will beat Mandy and will be forced to retire. Then Otis will cash in and give the case to Sonya. Sonya wins the SmackDown title tonight in the cash-in. That is damn interesting right there, Matthew.
He says he gives Sonya the briefcase to keep Mandy's job.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. That is damn interesting, Matthew. I like that take.
Matthew, that's being logical. WWE does not accept your logic. Stop.
Hey, but we do.
But
we
listen,
do.
we have such great ideas. I know where there's a ring for sale. Wendy put it up and showed us that there's a ring
We can
for
make
sale.
top rope wrestling a thing.
Load it up on my Honda Fit.
But again, Matthew, thank you. I know
Straight
WWE
up.
does
We've got
not
the
accept
ideas.
logic, and we do. That's why we do what we do. So I'm going to give you this too.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Thank you, Matthew. Now,
Actually, is a great idea.
as far as predictions
isn't
go, the Fiend is a semi-heavy favorite, getting almost 64% of the votes. So, yeah, I don't think he should have lost the title to Goldberg in the first place. I want to see him get it back. I've been saying that during every title match so far with Braun Strowman, whether it was Sweater Bray, whether it was Swamp Bray, whether it's the Fiend Bray. Just give Bray the title back. He was doing a great job with it, and
Yeah.
he could definitely continue. Nothing against Braun. He's actually done better than I thought he would, and he certainly proved that he could talk and create a story and build it, which most people thought he couldn't. So congratulations, but it's the Fiend's time once again. That's simple and plain.
Agreed.
And
I just hope
now,
they don't bring back that ugly Fiend title. That thing was fugly as sin.
No. And
That thing was-
originally when they put it out, it was like an upwards of $7,000, and within a couple of weeks, it came down to $200.
It was still ugly. I wouldn't pay anything for it.
And I hope nobody bought it anyway, because damn.
You can't pay me to take a shit on it. It was
That
so
thing
damn
was
ugly.
not. That thing was not ugly. That thing was fugly.
As sin.
Yes, it fell off the top of the fugly tree. It just hit every damn branch on the way down to the fugly ass ground. It was
And then it hit every damn root too,
Yeah,
just to be on the safe side.
Oh.
Wow.
If Brucey brought out that fugly ass thing, I'd be like, Bruce fired.
Gone, booted, ejected. Get the fuck out.
You are fired from what you created, sir. You have been
Exactly.
relieved from your.
I'm usurping this.
I may not be able to remove you from the page, but you're fired.
You're fired.
Hey, the page is one thing. The show is mine. You're fired. But yeah, so now we can move on to our final match of the evening, and that is the WWE Championship match between Drew and Randy. I want Randy Orton to lose. I don't care how. I don't care if Edge gets him disqualified. I don't care. I want Drew to keep the title. I would like to see him get a match with Keith Lee. I don't know if that's going to happen with Cross's injury, but that's where I would like to see this go. I'd like to see Drew retain and eventually move forward to take on Keith Lee for the WWE Championship. So I'm taking Drew.
Agreed.
And Wendy agrees. So I guess that leaves High Class with the floor. You could. Oh fuck! What do we do?
Oh,
Listen.
shit. Honestly,
Get comfy, Wendy.
No,
Go.
I think Drew is gonna win, but we haven't brought up Retribution really in this show, and it is SummerSlam, and they need to start really debuting the members. I see Retribution coming out, aka Tommaso Ciampa, and costing Randy Orton the match and beating the tar out of him with a kendo stick or whatnot. And he's got his mask on after Randy's down and Drew's gone. He's going to pull his mask off and is going to be Tommaso Ciampa.
Ooh.
And he's
Now
going to be
He's
going to be the
I don't know
first
if you know
person we see for
I don't
Retribution.
know if you know this, but the Blackheart is supposed to return to NXT this coming Wednesday. So if
Allegedly.
he returns as the leader of Retribution, that would be a big moment. That would definitely pull some ratings away from the other show. I don't want to compare because I know people don't like that. But it would be cool to see. And again, Matthew says Orton versus Drew actually ends in a no contest due to Retribution interference.
That's pretty much what I said.
What? Yeah. So I was just about to say, so he's behind you, and that's another route I could see. What if Edge helps Retribution? He's one of the few guys at SummerSlam to pull that mask off, and there he is, standing over Randy's laid out carcass. He's gotten his revenge. You know, maybe he's not even a full-time. Maybe he just joined Retribution so he could lay out Randy Orton. Like put mine and yours together, and then we might be getting on something that's epic.
We just might.
Maybe.
But I definitely want to see Drew
Let's
retain.
buy a ring.
We need to buy a ring. If I had an extra $1,000 right now, you know, I've got the backyard for it. I just need the ring.
Listen, I've got the year-round weather.
Oh, you know what? What if we partnered up with Shooter Storm? You know, he has a training academy and a ring.
Start something. We can start something here.
Not just a hat rack, my friends. But yeah, going back to the match, let's see. Drew is a heavy favorite. Like damn,
he is.
He really
73% of everybody that voted for Drew. So that's interesting. And again, we'll go back and we'll go over it one more time. Do you see Otis cashing in on these two? Because I don't.
No, not after really talking about it before. No, it's going to be the tag
I like the
titles.
idea of him giving the briefcase to Sonya in order to
that
save
too.
Mandy.
Yeah.
But that makes that's way too good a television.
But
It
again,
really is.
now, hey, Friday they just said you're going to be seeing newer storylines. You're going to be seeing new twists, you're going to see returns. You're going to see all this stuff. In fact, WWE has actually said they're getting rid of the the PG rating and moving to TV 14 from now on.
They have to.
They really do.
Well, yeah, they've had to for years, but it doesn't mean they did. So at least they finally, the light bulb kind of just, hey, maybe we shouldn't be PG anymore. Right.
Well, the other company said they're going to make changes in professional wrestling.
Right.
And
you can kind of see them doing
one
it
of them,
now.
And now the change is coming with the other big brand.
Yep.
Okay, so since we got that out of the way, and since Wendy has been
My
watching,
favorite emoji.
Since Wendy has now gotten caught up, I believe we're gonna switch gears because we could do that because we run this shit, especially me. What did you think of Brody Lee taking out Cody Rhodes and then the aftermath? That's what I was looking for.
Loved it.
Yeah,
It was amazing. Yes.
You wanted Cody to have a feud? Cody's
feud.
Here it is.
Here's your
Here it is,
feud.
fuckers. Have fun.
And just the whole thing between even Brody like taking out, beating up on Arn with the Dark Order, and then taking out Cody on the stretcher,
right in that gut, right in it.
And then
barrel gut, just
And then when they trotted Anna Jay out in that hot little one-piece outfit to put Brandy in the rear naked choke,
he's like, no, don't hurt him.
And Anna Jay's just like, come here, bitch.
And then Brody looks over at Anna Jay, and Anna Jay's like, you got it, boss. And she just like takes that bitch out. I was like, yes, all of this. Oh my God.
Yes.
I was content.
Yes, I
Very content.
I had to get that reaction on recording because I knew it was coming. Even the whole thing where he poured Cody's old title over him.
He smacked him in the head with the metal pieces first, and
he said,
dumped
"That's your
him on.
title. That's your title. This one's mine." I was like, "Bravo."
Fine.
That was a
It
pay-per-view. I know we're talking about a pay-per-view, but that was a pay-per-view quality moment on national television, and I loved the hell out of it.
And
It was
absolutely
double chef's kiss.
I feel that I felt AEW hung with TakeOver.
Yeah.
They
I was
hung
just
right
about
in
to
with
ask
them.
that too, and
Like,
I absolutely agree.
Show for show, they were both pretty fucking good.
Because here's the thing. I think it was maybe Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee during the main event of Dynamite, and I could not pay attention to Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee, even though I was watching both, because I was glued to what Brody Lee had just did. Not only destroying Cody Rhodes, he doesn't even get a move in.
Murdered.
And then just taking it that far over the top where the Dark Order is beating on Arn Anderson and he's ripping him off the stretcher and beating him some more. And that's, again, when you see his oxygen mask is attached to absolutely nothing because he comes off that and you just see the little string.
It looked like one of those that they like actually like just attach a bag and just kind of like squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
but
it
there
looked
was no
like.
bag attached or anything. It was just
It was
on
like a little
him.
thing, a little one.
So
Obviously, a dramatic effect. That's fine. I'm just saying it was a little bit funny at the same
It was
time.
exaggerated.
And then, obviously the rear naked choke on Brandy. And so the whole Nightmare family gets laid out. And Brody Lee is pouring those belt pieces over them. Just,
Yep.
So basically, what we're saying for anyone that hasn't watched Dynamite, Brody Lee clotheslined Cody Rhodes so hard he knocked the blonde out of his hair, and he
He really
took his
did.
title.
He really did.
He might have actually knocked that neck tattoo right off his neck.
He knocked
Right off that thing.
Cody's
So
gonna
so
show
thank
up
you, Brody.
Thursday for Dynamite, and he's gonna have brown hair because the blonde got knocked out.
If he's even
He beat the
there.
blonde out of him.
If he's even there.
Beautiful work. Mr. Brody Lee, thank you.
I'm sorry, I know we brought up NXT at the beginning.
The only thing they were missing was Colt.
And yeah, he was still hanging out, but somewhere else.
Colt is Mr. Brody Lee's sweet boy, and he doesn't need to see that stuff.
Yes.
He doesn't need to be around that.
You got it. Absolutely facts. But I know we brought up NXT at the beginning, and we went through all of SummerSlam, so I figured we might as well bring up a little bit of AEW before we end all this. And I had to talk about that, but because between that and Thunder Rosa, I almost passed out from marking out. It was insane.
For me, it was that Thunder Rosa and Ivelisse and Diamante winning. I was just like, that's 10-girl magic right there, doing it for the brown girls.
As soon as I saw that,
and just doing it for your people. That's what's up.
As soon as I saw that, I honestly thought Wendy's gonna cry. I really
was crying, bro.
See,
look.
That's for all the proud and powerful moments where they just end up losing and you want to riot. That's your receipt. Here's Ivelisse and Diamante with the cup and the flags and all that shit and the medals.
Even they said it at the last match before the final. They were like, we have to win this for our people, and they fucking did it, yo. They did it for us.
They did.
That right there.
I was thoroughly impressed, not only by them, but by the match itself. It was a great tag team match. And hey, Wendy, we've been saying it. Now we can actually say women were on Dynamite. It hasn't happened in weeks. And they put on one of the best matches of the night. So I was very impressed with all four of them. I'm glad that Diamante and Ivelisse won, especially for Wendy, because I knew she was going to have that moment.
So
and
proud,
I was happy
so
for
proud.
her. I was almost as happy for her as I was for my son winning his first title and turning the Psycho Clan into the Golden Family. Yes, it finally happened. I got all these belts. Kathy's got all these belts. Finally, DJ got one. Yes, and it was Brucey.
We got there.
Yeah.
So, Wendy, I got. Me and Dom kind of talked about it in the Dynamite thread, just a teeny bit.
Okay.
That's me.
Eddie Kingston. When he came out, did you see it? When he came out and he brought them together.
They're on the group hug and he turns to the camera and he's just wink,
he gives that wink like, oh, I got him.
That wink.
Yes.
Listen, him, PNP, Ivelisse and Diamante are gonna form the new LAX.
They won't call
it technically won't be called LAX, but it's gonna be the bigger, better, badder version of an LAX in AEW.
When he winked, and then when Ivelisse and Diamante won, and my brain just put everything together.
Yes,
and it was like diamond rock solid, and I was like, yes, we are onto something, and it's beautiful.
Honestly, even if he lights a fire under Pentagon and Ray Phoenix, and they join up with them, it would just make it even better. Because he was dead. I don't know about the Butcher of the Blade. I know they're good. Don't get me wrong. I know he talked them up. But everything he said about Ray Phoenix and Pentagon was absolutely 100% fact. Like, Pentagon is the craziest luchador. Those two are the greatest tag team in AEW. Yep. And they're out here having these matches, taking these L's, doing whatever, fighting with their tag team partners, doing it. And they are so much better than that. And he said all that. And I said, thank you. Thank you, Eddie. We're not worthy. We're really not worthy.
just think.
But do me a favor, Eddie. If you're gonna wear the shirt, can you put it over both shoulders, please? That shit is played out. That was
crazy when people do that.
Like 2001 called. They want their shirt back. That's all I'm saying.
They want their style back. It's not cute anymore.
If you stop and think about when Eddie Kingston finally got signed, and it was official on the internet. the following Dynamite, what did Pride and Powerful do to Trent's mom's van?
Oh, wrecked that shit. Totally
fucked
wrecked it,
it
tagged
up.
it.
They tagged
chopped
it,
All
they
of
jacked it, they chopped it, they took the wheels. That's not Inner Circle style.
No,
That's really not. And I like it.
Now
that's
they
Eddie Kingston style. That's what that is.
And Diamante and Evil East also had that singles match right after, and then they came together. Then they got put together.
Yep.
Everything. The way I'm looking at it is all the pieces are coming together for those 5.
They really are. And that's another double chef's kiss.
And not only that, again, even if they put Pentagon and Phoenix in it, it works perfectly. And obviously, I think I said this with Felipe last night. They don't really know what to do with the Lucha Bros right now, because they had the whole idea for the Death Triangle. They came out, they used it a little bit, and then Pac had to go back. And the pandemic broke out, and since then they've had no idea what to do with them. So if they put them in with, Santana and Ortiz and Diamante and Evil East and all that, and Eddie's running the show, it would be a tremendous faction. It would give something for Pentagon and Phoenix to do to bring themselves out of the funk that they've been in. So again, just
right, it'll be like a new Latino world order.
Yeah. I wonder if that's still copyrighted. Can they get that by any chance?
I don't think it is.
My little brown heart is so happy right now with it.
Because that's an LWO I would rock the shirt for. No lie.
Right? I'd be all
you have little heads of like Pentagon and Phoenix and Santana and Ortiz around the logo or
as
around
long
the
as
LWO.
they're not on lawnmowers, I'll be happy.
Yeah, amen to that shit. Fuck that riding mower. I could hear one in the background. Fuck the riding mower. Santana and Ortiz are on it. I'm shooting them sons of bitches.
They ain't doing that. They ain't doing that.
They're too good for that shit. Way too good for that shit.
I don't know. I see the Inner Circle dying down. Like it's not what it was when it first.
No, they're winding down a little bit, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. I will say I don't know about you guys, but I'm very interested to see the Mimosa Mayhem match. I don't know why.
Jericho and his fucking names, they're amazing.
I love it. I love that they're
brilliant
gonna
at this.
I love they're gonna mix all this champagne and orange juice and just put like a moat around the ring. And you can win the match by tossing your opponent. Somebody's got to go in that moat. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if that's how they win. I don't care if it's after the match. Somebody's got to go in that moat or you have failed as a company. Because you put it out there. So somebody's got to go in it.
I bet Jericho has all white gear for this match and gets thrown in the moat and comes out orange.
That would be funny as hell. Just
that
please,
would be hysterical.
I don't want to see Orange Cassidy walking around for the next few weeks in a champagne-soaked jean jacket. Can we not do that? We already had the Cheetos with Jericho. Can we not do the champagne jacket? We don't need to do that. So, yeah, I think that's all we've got because we've really gone into AEW now. But this weekend has been incredible for wrestling. I've been excited. I hope SummerSlam keeps it up.
What time SummerSlam start? I think I'm going to watch
it starts at 7.
Okay.
Like, I'm sure the kickoff show is probably on in like 15 minutes. But
yeah, 7 o'clock sounds good to me.
The actual show starts at 7. So we will, and again, I think we shut the forum down already because I was going to plug that.
Oh, shit. No, I have not. I've been distracted.
Okay, well, Wendy's going to be shutting the forum down.
I'm shutting it down, you guys.
So while Wendy's doing that, Brucey, hit us with the social medias, please.
Shut down.
All right. Let's go. So you can find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. We are a publicly traded Facebook group. That means come in, talk about wrestling, join the threads, join our prediction forums, and you can also find us on Twitter at Top Rope Wrestling, Top Rope WT.
You got it.
At Top Rope WT. Then you can also find us on Instagram. This is at top. See?
He made
top it. _rope_wrestling_talk. That's where you can find us. Yes, I made it. That's the only way they would give us our name. I couldn't even get TRWT.
I gotta admit to you, you don't know how hard that was after like 12 beers to get that out of my mouth. It was at chop rope something. I don't know. Just look on Instagram. We're there. I ended up doing it, but it took a few tries. That's all.
And if you want merch like Dom has on, like the coffee mugs that you have seen, I'm gonna have a new shirt here in a couple of days. I can't wait to show it off. It's the 8-bit.
I know, I'm dying for the 8-bit myself. That's gonna be cool. If you've watched our show, you'll see it in the intro. It's the blue Top Rope Wrestling Talk with two guys in a wrestling ring, and it says subscribe now and all that good stuff. It's in our intros, but we actually got that made into a shirt, and I'm gonna be getting mine soon too. So yay!
You guys can find us at TRWT Merch on Facebook. It's a Facebook page. Come on there. We've got all our logos that are out. We got pictures of the merch. If you want to purchase some merch, just hit us up with a message, and we'll get back with you and give you, a roundabout time to expect prices.
Because even according to our, I was just about to say that, according to our merch maker, everything is made to order and everything can be customized in one way or another. Like, oh, you want this logo with a white shirt or black, or do you want the 8-bit on gray or white? We don't have a lot of colors yet. We're working on that, but there's definitely ways that you can play around with all our merch, whether it be shirts or mugs or masks. And if you message our merch maker, she will give you all the options. She will tell you how much it costs. She will ship it out to you, let you know when it's coming, give you tracking numbers, the whole nine.
You can even rep your fave hosts. So you can get a mug and have it say Grandma Wendy on one side because, and then on the other could have our logo. So, you can have fun with that too.
Yeah, or you can get the South Philly Psycho, or you can get
the high class. You can get the high class mug. The high class one's freaking sweet. I got a crown.
That Psycho mug is crazy.
Grandma comes in purple, so
that Psycho mug is just crazy, yo. You got to see that shit. It's just dripping with it's oozing with psychoness. It's ridiculous. I love it.
Psychoness. Okay,
we'll go with
it. I love it.
It's psychotic as fuck. Is all I'm
saying. There you go.
Oh man, and let's let Grandma Wendy let everybody know where you can find our podcast.
You can find our podcast on anchor.fm/TRWT. Correct? Okay. And then from there, you can find us everywhere. So you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can find us on Stitcher, and wherever you listen to your podcasts, we are everywhere. So yeah, check us out, subscribe, leave us 5 stars or whatever the rating is. Just rate us well and say we're awesome and just talk about how much you love us.
Don't give us a Meltzer score.
Which several people already have, so thank you for that too.
Thank you.
And I gotta honestly, I gotta get caught up on the podcast because if you notice, we didn't come back to you till this weekend because I had some more internet troubles. We even had a party room in our Facebook group because I didn't have internet quite yet, and I could come on my phone. It was fun. Just a nice meet and greet with everybody, and we're going to be doing that again, a little more often as things go on. It's just another reason to come find us on social media in our Facebook group or in our Twitter, because we put the link there, where you could come in and just kind of kick it with us and ask us questions and get really involved with what is now the fabulous Freebirds of Top Rope Wrestling Talk,
or SCU.
But I can't Scorpio Sky this because this has to be one of the best live streams I've ever been in. So I appreciate these two showing up. I appreciate everybody that showed up. It gave us comments and followed along. And we will.
Can I share real quick? This comment made me laugh that my older brother posted about the Dominic match. Dominic is going to win with the frog splash. Mysterio will be like, "But why, mijo?" And Dominic will say, "For Dad, Eddie."
I did it for my puppy.
That is awesome. I love Dominic, he goes, "Allah, I cheat, I steal."
I love your brother.
Who rose out of nowhere.
I gotta tell you, big bro Wendy, you need to show up a little bit more often.
Right. Thank you, Alvarito. You're the best.
Thank you, and we will.
He hits Seth with a steel chair and throws it out of the ring.
You will probably,
or he smacks it and then tosses it to Seth and falls on the ground.
He tosses it and throws himself to the ground, and the ref is like, classic.
And you will probably see us in the live discussion thread tonight during SummerSlam. So if you're not in our Facebook group yet, drop an invite. We'll let you in. You'll see this. You'll be able to talk along with us and keep tabs on the title form and how things go, because Grandma Wendy's going to keep us updated with that, like she did with Takeover last night. And it's going to be a good time. It always is at a pay-per-view. We joke, we laugh, we get really competitive. It's fun. Believe me, it's fun. And I think that's all we got. So thanks to everybody again, and we will probably catch you. I don't know if we're going to do a wrap-up show tonight. Probably not, because most of us have to work tomorrow. So we will catch you next Friday. I believe we agreed on.
I think so. Friday sounds good.
Friday night.
Friday
sounds legit.
Friday night.
Because obviously Dynamite moves to Thursday, and that's our usual night. So we're stepping over to Friday so we can catch everything. Come
We're
back.
not WWE. We're not going to compete with AEW.
No.
We're going to let them do their thing. We'll compete with WWE.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, when you're trying to answer the question for that old ABBA song, Friday nights and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go, you can come join us.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Dancing Queen. Jesus.
Thank you for getting it. Yes. Points. That's why I love you.
My wife loves that song. I can't help it.
Such a great song. Did you ever hear Fozzie's cover of SOS?
Yes, I did, and it's awesome.
Oh, brilliant. I love it.
It's not as good as Judas, but it's awesome.
Yeah, nothing competes with Judas.
All right, guys. So until next time, please stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Don't be a low key, and above all,
Wendy,
stay fresh, cheese bags.
There
Word.
it is.
Boop.
All right, so the recording's done, and thank you, YouTube. If anybody's still watching, we love you. See you later.